Today is July 4th. In America, it is Independence Day, and you are never independent. Today's quote is entitled A New Ending, and it's very similar to yesterday's quote. It is easy to get hung up about the past, but the past is one thing we certainly can't change. We can't go back and make a new start, but we can, from the present moment, work to create a new ending. It's natural if something happened in the past that was unfortunate or harmful or damaging or abusive, that we're going to be upset about it. But the problem is we can't change it. And so to dwell on it and dwell on it and dwell on it, and what to speak of allow ourselves to be affected by it, it is not intelligent. It's not indicative of sattva guna. Sattva guna is we act in the present and we try to create a better future. Okay, so in the past maybe I wasn't successful. In the past I made mistakes, but we learn from those, we move forward. It doesn't mean I can't create something better in the future. And what I've found in my life is that it's very important to be idealistic about what we can achieve. Prabhupada has encouraged us to become pure devotees. He's encouraged us to go back to Godhead, that we can go back to Godhead in this lifetime if we follow the process. And a lot of us will say, no, I don't think it's possible, we can't do it. So we're not being idealistic. And if we're not idealistic, we're not going to try as hard to achieve a higher state of Krishna consciousness than if we are idealistic. So I think it's good to be realistically idealistic. I think that's important. But to be idealistic about being a pure devotee, I think is very important, because then we will endeavor to become pure devotees. And if we're not idealistic, then our efforts will reflect the level of idealism we have, or in this case, we don't have. So, the future is open. You can paint it in many different ways. You can create it in many different ways, despite the failures of the past. Many successful people failed many times. But they understood that failure sometimes was necessary for them to be clear about how to progress to the next level. And if you take it in that way, then you'll always be progressing. You'll always be getting better, even if you're failing. And so, in Krishna consciousness, we're going to fail sometimes. But if we're determined, then we'll always get up again. And even after failing, sometimes we'll work harder. And so sometimes the failure is a blessing, because it makes us aware of our weaknesses. It makes us aware of where we're susceptible. Makes us aware of what we need to work on. It makes us aware that we need to be more determined. So it can be a great blessing. So, you've heard the saying, today is the first day of the rest of your life. So that's the idea of this quote, that from today on you can make something, you can improve despite the past. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. So whatever it is you're trying to achieve, work on it from today without being negatively influenced by events of the past.